Today, I'm going to show you how to make this container that is 100% real and exists and isn't an AI image. It's going to be parametric, so you can change the width here and the height and even the size of these ridges. Ribbed kitchen utensil holder over here from MakerWorld. This is actually an AI image, and what we're going to do is we're going to make it ourselves in Fusion 360 in roughly 7 minutes. The problem with this one here is that this isn't actually a real item. The one that you get looks completely different to the cover image. It's different ribs, it's different shape. There's also some other impossibilities in this, but what we're going to focus on here is the base shape, and we're going to do that with parameters so we can change it. So I'll start my timer. Now, first thing we're going to do is create sketch. Place that sketch on the bottom, look down at it, and now we're going to press S, start typing parameters, and change parameters, and we're going to add width first, and that'll be 90. We'll add another one for height. We'll do that as 100. Add a third one. This is going to be wall 1. This is not the same as the wall thickness in the slicer. And this one's going to be fillet, and we'll go 1.9. I'll explain why in a bit, why that's going to be 1.9. Add one more. This is going to be poke. And this is the amount that the ribs stick out, so they poke out. I'm going to make this one 6 millimeters. And then last but not least, we're going to go bumps, make sure it has no units, and we're going to choose 36 because that's a good number that divides into 360. So that should be our parameters set up. We'll head over to here, press C for circle. Create a circle, press D for dimension, and we're going to make that our width. Now we're going to add 2 more circles, so C for circle, D for dimension. The distance between these first two is going to be wall plus fillet, so that way when we do our fillet, it'll never cut into the cavity. And then this one here is going to be poke for how far the ribs come out. We'll move these dimensions off to the side. Now, going to add a line here, ensuring that it has the horizontal constraint. And I'm going to make it a construction line. Next, we'll add 2 more lines above and below that one. D for dimension. And we're going to make this 360 divided by bumps. So if we ever change the amount of bumps, this will adjust accordingly. Now I'm going to move this, and to ensure that our construction line is right in the center of that, we're going to take our first dimension divided by 2, so we've got it in the center. Now we're going to add 2 more lines here between them, and we're going to center those as well. So these will be the dimension we just did divided by 2. Same up the top. That should be our sketch complete. Now we're going to press E for extrude, choose all of this, and then our centerpiece there, and we're going to extrude that by height. I'll just turn the edges back on. Whoops, have to fix that one. Sorry, not the whole thing just yet. We'll undo these bits here. Next, we'll press F for fillet, and we'll grab these 2 lines here, these 2 edges here, and we'll fillet them by poke. That means if we ever change the size of the ribs, the fillet will adjust accordingly. Next, we're going to press F again for fillet, grab these 2 edges here. We're going to click the little ellipsis and press measure, and then measure the distance between here and here. This gives us a nice even fillet, but leaves a little straight plane at the edge. Press OK. And then last one, press F again, grab these 2 edges and use our parameter fillet. Again, this ensures that our little flat bit there is maintained, and we've also got a nice aesthetic flat piece on the edge. Now, we're going to go to create, pattern, and circular pattern. Ensure bodies is selected. Choose the first one we've got, and then choose the center of the circle as the axis. And we're going to make sure the quantity is bumps. Again, if we ever change this parameter, it'll adjust accordingly. Now we'll go to our original sketch, choose this center circle here, and extrude that by height, and make sure we have join selected. This is just a quicker way of merging all these bodies together rather than using combine and selecting them all individually. Press OK. Now we're going to extrude again, same selection as before, just this bottom circle. Extrude it by height, and this time we're going to use cut. Now we've made it hollow. And then last one, extrude one more time. We'll do it 1.6. This will be for the floor, and that ensures we'll have 4 bottom layers, 4 top layers, no infill in the middle. There we go. We're basically done now. We'll just go change this to shaded, get rid of those edges to make it look nice. Go to parameters. Now that we've done all that setup, we can use these to modify anything. So by changing the width here, I can now make it slightly narrower on that cavity, make it taller, change how much the ribs stick out. If you ever get this error down here, it's actually a warning. You just have to double click it, press OK again, let it readjust to any changes you've made with the parameters. We'll press A for appearance, and we'll grab a material, a nice gray material, matte gray. And I'll position it so it looks roughly like this. Don't forget to save it. You can't render until you've saved. Once you choose render, choose custom, and we'll use the local render at standard, and then we'll press render. We'll just wait for this to render, and as you can see, we finished everything and we're dealing with appearances in the last minute or so, so it's about a 5-minute task. And there we are. So there we have it. We have something pretty close. You can mess with the parameters even more to make it match if you want. You can change it however you like. And we've done it in pretty much 7 minutes.